about this Australian team? Because you've certainly watched a lot of women's cricket and you've seen this group develop over time.
Yeah, I think they really... Obviously, they had discussions after the World Cup in England, the one-day World Cup. See Tuck around the corner there, looking to come back for the second, as they do. And they looked like they wanted to change their game from that one-day World Cup, and since then they really dominated in all conditions, which I think from a... I guess from our point of view, from a men's team, we talk about winning away from home and obviously trying to win as many series as we can, but winning away from home being really important as well. And the girls just seem to do that time and time again. And I think as we saw them dominate the Women's Ashes in England and then dominate in the West Indies, and they've started in the same fashion here at North Sydney at home. So I think that's something that's really impressive about this team, is they find a way to win in all conditions and find a way to improve all the time.
We'll let you go at the end of this over. Mitch, thanks again for coming up. It's always great having you pop your head up in the commentary box and be part of it. It's terrific. So just repeat, when will you be playing your next game of cricket?
The first Shield game for New South Wales is the 10th of October, up at the Gabba.
Okay. And
that's what I'll be working towards now as of last Thursday. So back into the swing of things. And I think New South Wales play tomorrow at Drummoyne Oval. And then I'll be back here to watch the girls in their second T20 against the same team at the same ground.
Mate, we look forward to seeing you take a heap of wickets and stick a couple over the boundary ropes when the bat's in your hand.
Thanks for having me.
Coming up, Mitch Stark joining us, 2 for 109.
क्या है असली हीरो की पहचान? उनकी ताकत, जिसे जीतना आसान नहीं, या उनके खतरनाक मूव्स, जिससे बचना नामुमकिन है। देखिए UFC 243, जहां एक चैंपियन भिड़ेगा दूसरे चैंपियन के साथ। UFC, real fight, real sacrifice, and real glory.
Whittaker versus Adesanya, Sunday, 6th October, 7:30 a.m. Live on Sony 10.2 and Sony 10.3 with Hindi commentary.
So she's next with bat in hand. It's just at the top of her game, and not quite sure where the top of her game is at the moment. Julia Price rejoins us. She's forever testing her own limits, Elise Perry, and seemingly redefining them.
Well, certainly in the World T20 in the West Indies in 2018, Elise Perry, I believe, was batting around 7. And obviously has come back and dominated WBBL as she always does. But the biggest difference we saw last year was her strike rate. And because of that, now she's kind of been given the opportunities.
Shot. What a beautiful shot.
Nothing quite beats classic cover drive.
As good as it gets. 50 up for Beth Mooney. It's her 4th half century. She's got a century at the level as well. So she continues on her merry way.
But as I was saying about Elise Perry, she's improved her strike rate. And once she was able to do that, she's been given some opportunities, and she's taken that at an international level and almost slotted into that 4 position, which means that they can add some value and experiment a little bit more with their bowling stocks.
So Elise Perry at 125 average this year in international cricket and 15 with the ball.
Jeez. Where does she rank in the all-rounders ICC World Rankings, Pricey?
She's right up there.
Yeah.
Number 1.
Well, she's done it again.
She's keeping the Australian.
The problem with Dani is one of the players that was here in 2009. So she's been around for a while. She knows every trick.
Through that wide cover region, just the one. Another look at that. Second time Providani's been interested.
She's got to work on her technique to actually be able to affect the run out.
A lovely feeling for Beth Mooney as she chalks up another milestone. ICC T20 Player of the Year. She scored that 100 against England in the Ashes down in Canberra. And then also that same year she was ICC Emerging Player of the Year as well. So while she probably last year didn't have as great a season as she would have, she's certainly building up nicely, given off the back of the winter and now into our summer. Oh, it's through. It got there quickly. It should have been dealt with. Ramadani. But it's 3 in a row now for Mooney. Why wouldn't she keep putting pressure on this Sri Lankan outfield?
The old long barrier, and then the smallest gap, the ball always tends to find it.
It's the same as a thigh pad. You know, it always misses your thigh pad, you know, when you get hit when you're batting as well. Cricket. Gotta hate it sometimes.
Who'd play it?
I know.
Beth Mooney's not hating it at the moment. Yeah.
Beth Mooney, we know how strong she is on the offside, but as Julia Price was saying, she's starting to hit more along, straight back over the bowler. She's targeting that area. If they get too straight, she plays it square. It's always been a strength of hers to be able to hit the ball square, so she goes inside and outside of the line of the ball, but hitting straight down the ground is adding to her skill set.
Well, we've seen Gardner do this on a number of occasions, and it's a lovely take in the crowd by the gentleman sitting there in the check shirt. That's gone straight into the big buckets out there, mid-sandwich too, if you don't mind. That's outstanding. And that brings up the 50 partnership.
Yeah, lovely strike. And the reason why Ash Gardner could strike the ball so well there, she actually got the right line. It was outside off stump, so she could drag it across. And she does love that area. We've seen her countless times hit the ball on the roof, but also out of the ground in that direction. So everyone in that vicinity, get ready.
Well, they're under pressure now as the run rate is lifted 20 from the over, 2 for 136.
This is game-changing. Soak in the moment. Can't stop me now. Oh my God! Breathe it in on the top turnbuckle. We heard the big dog roar. This show, this brand, SmackDown, is the premier show in WWE.
This October, your favorite WWE SmackDown moves to Saturdays, only on Sony 10-1 and Sony 10-3.
13th over, and you can see the Manhattan built nicely in the first period, the first power play, where only 2 fielders were outside the inner circle. Since then, and since they were able to break that opening partnership, Sri Lanka has actually bowled well, been able to minimise the boundaries, but you get a sense it's happy hour.
It's been good, Probadani. She's attacked the stumps, hasn't she, Pricey? She's not given them much width to work with.
No, I've liked the fact that she's come around the wicket as a left-hander, really bringing it into the right-hander and creating a few issues there, nice and tight.
Plan that she's executing pretty well. That's straight back over her head. 4 more.
Just add that to Beth Mooney's wagon wheel. Another one beautifully driven down the ground. Knows exactly where she wants to hit it. Got the full toss, could have gone anywhere. But she's chosen one of the safest positions, which is back over the bowler's head. .72 off 40. She's racing away. 13 fours. No sixes as yet.
She's timed that nicely too.
So it's 25 runs off the last 9 balls for Beth Mooney. Really working on her gear changes, gone straight to gear 10, if there is one. But I love the fact, again, that she hit that ball, like you were saying, straight down the ground. She could have put it anywhere. But Probadani, I've got it out now, she looked like she just overcooked that one, was going for the Yorker, trying to change it up. She's been pretty good. Really?
Cross-seam delivery this time. It looks like a slower ball as well. Coming out to us, but she just didn't get a hold of it. And she knows it. It was it. In her slot, in her area to hit one. Of long on.
This is a perfect attack and pitch for Ash Gardner, really. I mean, and she's been launching them without much effort as well.
You see the difference. Gardner 2 sixes, Mooney none. Gardner no 4s, Mooney 13. 2 for 145.
Friends forgive. But he never forgets.
Seth Rollins,
I'm going to survive and prevail.
the Fiend Bray Wyatt, battle for the Universal title. Inside Hell in a Cell.
Inver Express Brighto Paints Cup, Pakistan versus Sri Lanka ODI series.
think he wanted to figure out, is she trying to run out the non-striker or is she stopping because of other reasons? He was hoping, I think, that it was because of what the batsman was doing.
Yeah, he seemed. She's rolling. She's playing beautifully up to 8. Through.
On the non-strikers halfway down with me, or maybe I...
I'm still not sure whether you think it's a spirit preaching.
I mean, it's just angling it on her legs, and she hasn't got that protection really, and it's short boundaries, and it's going quickly. So get it coming. I think she might even be changed.
No. So what she's done now is brought that fielder.
Thank you. That's a fair delivery. Can we go to the best side on angle?
Rugby World Cup 2019, Australia versus Wales. Live and exclusive on Sony 10-2.
That certainly helps. In this fashion. Already it's a great innings. Strike rate of 191 has been out there for every delivery of the Australian innings so far.
It's well run there. By Beth Mooney, not just hitting fours as well, running some good. Little singles as well. Sarah Wadana. Right left-hand opening combination.
Well, the top 5 or 6 in this Australian women's team with Rachel Haynes, and they can dictate the terms really, because she can bat anywhere.
A symphony to your ears. And the gods on the mean machines seem like a flawless ballad. Then Sony Pictures Sports Network and Yamaha gives you the opportunity to feel the opera of speed live. Answer some simple questions during live.
nowhere near the ball. See this Australian
Whitaker versus Adesanya, Sunday, 6th October, 7:30 a.m. Live on Sony 10.2 and Sony 10.3 with Hindi commentary.
And there it was. The single that brings up her second T20 International 100. Lovely feeling for Beth Mooney, and the sixth fastest.
I think that was going to head. To the old. To find the ball and find the middle of the bat.
bit unfair, really. It is like an all-star lineup. You get one out, and another champion of the women's game comes in, and she only got a handful of balls, beyond a handful of balls to do anything with here at Elise Perry. But it is a stacked 11 in Australia. Takes to the field these days. She's away straight away.
It's interesting. You would have thought that would have been an ideal opportunity to maybe throw someone else in there just to give them a bit of a bash for the last 2 overs and see what they can do. And a great catch there from Madavi. Straight down the throat, though. You can see Beth Mooney just starting to fatigue a little out there.
I understand why as well. Not only did she hit a lot of 4s, but she ran a lot of 2s. I think we should start calling that Ash Gardner's corner. She just, when she's batting at this end, she wants to be able to hit it in that Doug Walters area. And is also the shortest part of the boundary. Smart cricketer.
She goes in that region. It's a bit wider. That's the 200 up for the Australians as they come back for a couple.
It's an easy 2 just about every time, even if they're just hitting just left and right of that fielder, but they're running hard. They're really pushing it. As you said before, Shake, they're not taking it cleanly. Even though they did then, they're still having to hit the deck. They're diving, not taking it cleanly, which just gives that extra opportunity to have another run.
Again, she's cleared the rope for the 4th time, Ash Gardner. Umpire waiting on a confirmation, but we're pretty certain from up here that that's gone the journey.
You can tell just by how the ball comes out of Ash Gardner's bat, the sound that it makes. And finally signals, even the fielder signaled that. So yeah, 4 6s. She still hasn't got it in her area yet.
She still hasn't hit a boundary either.
Overrated, I see.
Perry hustling here, but just the one. 1 to go, 3 for 208. Enjoyed what they've seen from the Australians out on the sunny, grassy hill here on North Sydney Oval today. Ash Gardner's got a half century in her sights. 1 to go. The skipper, Jimmy Radapatu, with ball in hand. And Gardner helps it on its way. Beautifully timed. 1 bounce. It's an imperious-looking cricket shot.
There you go, Pricey. There's your 4.
I'm happy now. It's good. Just short of a 50 now, though. Could have brought it up if she just lofted a little bit more. Got a 50. To keep us in suspense where she's going to put this next one.
Well, Ash Gardner's been doing this for a long time, being able to come in right at the end, face a handful of deliveries, but score at such an impressive rate.
Towering blow right to the boundary, fielder underneath it, and the catch has been taken.
Well, one thing you can say about Sri Lanka is when the ball has gone in the air, they have been able to be very calm. They've been able to take away where they are, who they're playing against, and just focus on collecting it cleanly. And that's exactly what De Silva was able to do. You can see the frustration because they want to pick up more wickets. But Ash Gardner departs for 49 off 27. Strike rate of 181, and Australia 4 for 212 with 4 deliveries left. You would imagine Now, Elise Perry and Rachel Haynes will try and do exactly what Gardner did. Try and find the boundary as often as they can. Rachel Haynes is so quick between the wickets. She'll be ensuring that Elise Perry gets back on strike if the ball goes out into the outfield.
It's a good clean pickup. It's what Sri Lanka need. Rachel Haynes, only her third bat in 7 games now. She can't complain now. She's got at least 3 balls here to do something with.
You just wonder, is she going to play, and she does play the reverse sweep. And it seems like they've got that stacked on the offside. So she'll be picking a certain spot, hopefully a couple of spots. And depending on where Chamari Atapatu delivers it, she'll try and execute it. Plenty of space on the leg side. No one in the inner circle except for that short 45. Pace off. Or bold.
And smart cricket there from Atapatu. I mean, she's played with the Renegades before in the WBBL. Didn't probably bowl as much as she probably should have. She's a little underrated, I think, with her bowling. Obviously, primarily there as a bat. Sort of, when we'll be seeing her soon, obviously.
So will Perry try and go big here? She has hammered that into the gap again. Excellent outfielding once again. It has improved in the second half of the innings here, the Sri Lankans.
And even though they're missing the ball with their hands, they're ensuring that they're getting their body behind it. She's just kind of rubbing her ribs to Silva there. She better get ready. Another one's coming her way.
With backward square, fielder there. Thinking of 2 to finish it, but it's not on. And that's an outstanding effort by the Australians. The 20 overs completed, 4 for 217 is an outstanding total. They're going to take a mountain of chasing. Thanks largely to the Centurion, Beth Mooney, who's downstairs with Abby Jelmy.
It is thanks largely to Beth. You were outstanding. A lovely start for your home summer.
Yeah, always nice to score runs, especially on Australian soil. And, yeah, what better way to start the summer?
And how important is this game in the series to setting up your summer?
Yeah, it's really important. We always talk about starting well and finishing well, and we've been doing that pretty consistently as a group now. And, yeah, we couldn't be happier with where we're at.
You've certainly done that this time, so thank you. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thanks.
Good on you, Ab, and congratulations to Beth Mooney, who was the bedrock, a spectacular one at that of the Australian scorecard, 4 for 217. They all...
On the top turnbuckle. We heard the big knock. This show, this brand, SmackDown, is the premier show in WWE.
This October, your favorite WWE SmackDown moves to Saturdays only on Sony 10-1 and Sony 10-3. Invirex presents Brighto Paints Cup Pakistan vs Sri Lanka ODI Series 2019 second ODI, live and exclusive on Sony 6. Get your Sony Network's sports channels. Subscribe to Happy India Pack. Starts at 31 rupees per month.
Bro, who won in the Champions League yesterday?
Why? You didn't watch what?
No, man, I slept early last night.
What? You slept during the Champions League?
Messi was playing and you were sleeping. No, boys.
Travelers, kindly pay attention. This announcement.
But it took the openers a while. Everyone else was still playing it like they normally would. Lisa's like, nah, here's my chance to clear the front leg. I've been waiting my whole life to do this. Meanwhile, Mendes has that chance now. The ball will be swinging back into the right-hander. And because it's a new batter on strike, Megan Schutt and Meg Lanning can change the field accordingly. So two fielders out on the leg side, protecting that boundary. Where will she go? Free hit. Well, we built that up.
We did. Tell you what, I think Megan Schutt's shortened her run-up. Just looks quite efficient and quick. Whether that's for the T20 format to get things through things a little bit quicker, but it just looks a lot shorter to me.
I feel like there was a period of time that she changed it, and it's almost the start of it is very much like Sarah Coy, Sarah Caddy now. And that's the run-up that she uses for all formats now. And we're starting to see fast bowlers realising that they don't need the long run-up to be able to build that momentum. You can do it off just a few steps. As long as you use that energy in your run-up, whatever it is, you can still explode over that front leg.
That's up-ish, but just out of the reach of Fleming, so...
Well, I thought for a chance that it was actually going to go into Taylor Valamix's hand. She's got a long reach. She was tracking back nicely.
So yeah, Mendes gets off strike with that shot. Scored a lot of runs in their South African series and was brought back into the team. Got a good 24 off 20 against the CA 11 the other day before she was retired. Ada Padu on strike now though. Captain.
And this is a change that we've seen only recently from Megan Schutt. The fact that she's coming around the wicket to left-handers. She's always been quite stubborn in staying over and taking the ball right across. And the reason why she didn't want to come around the wicket was she just didn't feel comfortable, but she's been working hard on this ability to do it.
That makes that delivery, where she still gets it to go away, that makes that even more dangerous. Single to finish the over. From it.
Friends forgive, but he never forgets. Seth Rollins, I'm going to survive and prevail.
The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, battle for the Universal title. Inside Hell in a Cell.
Inverex presents Bridal Paints Cup Pakistan vs Sri Lanka ODI Series 2019 second ODI live and exclusive on Sony 6.
McCartney standing. Pretty nice place out there, isn't it? Sunday afternoon, that'll do.
Certainly is. My sister and my nephew are out there kicking back on the hill. Elise Perry, the average 100 wickets, 109 matches. Just shows that she has been around and been playing the game for a long period of time. Interesting that one didn't carry through.
No. Only 113k, so it wasn't slow. It looked like she just maybe dragged her fingers down the side of it. We might have taken a little bit of the heat off it. But yeah, not too much bounce there. Tiny little bit of movement. And if you're going to get any movement, it'll be early in the innings with a new ball.
Pushing up into the breeze here. It's a strong breeze today, but it's presenting some opposition to Perry as she runs into it.
And for those that don't know, Tamari Adapadu, she is a player that has had a lot of success success against the Australian side. This was in the World Cup 2 years ago, 178 runs, and I was in the commentary booth, and the fact that she just flicked the switch, and from there she just was able to accelerate her innings. She's such a strong player. That's why she's been picked up in a lot of the T20 domestic leagues, so certainly the Australians are aware of what she can do.
Chance here. Very bold. Single straight to cover. Took off immediately.
I like it. I think it's good because, especially in the first 6 overs, a lot of the inner circle tends to just sit a little bit deeper because they think everyone's trying to go for the boundaries. But if you can just have soft hands, if you can drop and run, you might be able to bring them in, and that's when you can then try and pierce the gap or go over the inner circle. It's a really smart play there by the captain. Slight changes now for the right-hander.
So Mendes goes airborne and she times that pretty well. That's a good shot.
I love the fact that she's hit that and just not run. I love it. The confidence in the shot, hit beautifully through it. Like we discussed before with Beth Mooney, just hitting through the line of the ball on a pitch like this. You can see that she's just got to wait forward. Easy as...
Australians early, which is nice to see. Just into the attack.
They like to turn to spin early. And Jess Jonathan has that ability, has that knack to be able to bowl with just 2 fielders out. It takes a lot of skill set for a spin bowler to be able to bowl in the power play. You see her economy rate, 5.35. That's one of the reasons why she gets the new ball.
Drops it, goes, and that's out. Brilliant direct hit by the Australians.
Well, they'll go upstairs to check, but the Australian team know, Mendes knows, Adapadu knows, we know up here as well. And she'll slowly take her gloves off and head to the change rooms, but really smart fielding. She was slow to get out of the blocks.
Third umpire to direct. Do we have an umpire referral for a
quick
run out?
singles. She needs to be aware of that as a non-striker. And be...
Not in the frame.
Thank you. It's a direct hit. The batter is clearly short of her ground. My decision for the big screen will be out. I repeat, out.
In the field.
So Beth Mooney affects the run out. Mendes goes for 7. It's 1 for 15.
So Sanjawani, the wicketkeeper, comes into the fall of the first Sri Lankan wicket. The outstanding piece of work from Beth Mooney, who's well and truly in the game today. A direct hit.
He's quite happy to bring in the lap straight away. Notice that a number of the Sri Lankan batters don't have stickers on their bats.
Okay.
So not sponsored at the moment. Many sponsors out there want to help out the international side, international players. Here's your chance.
I'll tell you a bit this summer, if you want to give him a call quickly.
You'd be the manager, Andy.
be a bit sharper than I am, at least to do that job. Far too reputable. And Jonathan continues to wheel away.
Still trying to find her timing against the spinners at a Patu. She likes the pace coming on, and she can open the face and time the ball perfectly. But against the spinners, that of Jess Johnson hasn't quite found her timing yet.
She's lined up for the reverse on that one. So first shot was a sweep, second one she looked for a reverse and then manages to pull out. Got out LBW Heather Graham in the CA11 game, fourth ball duck. Similar circumstances, I think, but Sanjuani's come into the team instead of Manadara, who's the usual keeper.
And there's another one. So they're trying everything here, digging deep into their bag of tricks early, the Sri Lankans. 3 overs gone, 1 for 18. Continue from the McCartney stand end. Lisa Healy down there just getting herself organised. Be able to cross down to Lisa during the over. It's taken off middle stump and helped on its way. Beautifully done.
She's got a plan. You can't falter that. She's got a plan, and she's able to execute that. Lisa, have you seen a player like that play a shot to Elise Perry first ball?
Nope, that's very gutsy, and full props to her. That was a good effort. I wouldn't be doing that, that's for sure. I like my teeth.
Terrific effort from a team perspective with the bat today. There was a super effort.
Yeah, really good. We obviously love playing cricket here. Beth Mooney loves playing cricket back in Australia, and Ash Gardner loves this ground as well. So it was a really top-notch effort from the batters, and hopefully we can keep them to a reasonable score here.
Perry just trying to get her field right. And we know that you're the GWS Giant fan in the squad.
I was wondering how long that was going to take.
Well, it was never going to take long. She was a pretty bleak day for you and your footy team yesterday.
I'm surprised you haven't got Rachel on at the other end and just letting her rip. She is on.
In fact,
there we go.
In fact, she's about to join us. Hi, Rach.
Hey, guys. How you going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Hit!
Of course, Rachel Haynes is the Tiger in the group. Well done, Rach, to you and your mob. They were outstanding yesterday.
Yeah, they were good. It was a good game from a Tigers perspective, so I was pretty happy with it. But yeah, they had a good season. It finished really well, so very happy.
Meg Lanning at any stage think about giving up her seat in that ute for either a Giant or a Tiger to go to the game yesterday?
Well, I don't know how many times we had to throw hints out there, but yeah, it was absolutely nothing. She wanted that ride.
Right.
Jeez. Did you guys actually watch the game together?
No, thankfully.
Right.
I was able to turn it off at 3/4 time and take the dogs for a walk, so I was happy.
But 3/4 time, you lasted that long?
Yep.
Rachel, have you been a graceful winner, or have you been sticking it in a bit today, like digging the boots in a bit?
No, I haven't been putting any banter on our social media at all. Georgia Wareham instead. Go, Vic.
What is it about this ground that this group like so much about? What is it about playing cricket here?
I think the atmosphere is pretty incredible, and certainly Beth Mooney loves playing here, that's for sure. Yeah, it's just a really nice feel about it. The fans are nice and close, and a great atmosphere for the players.
Thanks for joining us. Get back to you a bit later on. Rachel Haynes and Elisa Healy. So 8 runs from the Perry over. 1 for 26.
Friends forgive.
We're really glad that
But he never forgets.
Seth Rollins.
I'm going to survive and prevail.
The feet.
Seen her return to the playing field. She had the back issues, obviously, the knee and the back. Didn't she? Had a bit of both, I think, at various stages. How have you seen her return to the side?
From all reports over in the West Indies, she was bowling with a fair bit of heat. It's all about her just being able to keep trusting her body as she was growing and developing and having a lot of injuries.
It's a lovely action, isn't it?
I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Taylor Vlamic over this summer. She's almost your kind of X factor, and we can already see with the kilometres an hour as well. That's 121 kilometres an hour. We look at Elise Perry, she was what, 113, 114. So it just shows you that she has that ability to go up a notch.
Hit, and that would have been another one.
She's also getting a little bit of movement out of this pitch. No one's been able to do that yet today, and she's obviously hitting it quite hard. You can see the fact that they're really having to wait on that ball because it's hitting them quite firmly, and they've nearly got the run out from it.
Yeah, it would have been out. If you're batting with Adapado, just back up a little bit more. She's going.
Got a bit big on Sanjawani, and a lovely piece of bowling and a good catch from Elisa Healy, and the second Sri Lankan falls.
Yeah, she's tried to push that one. She's dug it in short for Vlamic with that extra pace. She's just tried to push it to that third man, but got a little tight on her. It's cut in, as we were mentioning before, that just getting a little bit of movement out of this and keeping that seam upright. Vlamic he's going to get has picked up her first wicket for it, and Healy's very happy with that catch as well. So Anushka Sanjawani out for 7. It's 2 for 27.
Comes to the crease. The Sri Lankans first and foremost want to bat out the 20 here and just get a feel for the conditions throughout the rest of this summer. It's this tour that they've got ahead of them.
Will change as well in the field, given the fact that Vlamic is bowling with some good heat, was able to get the edge. So Meg Lanning has put herself into slip. And I like this move. I like that they're attacking. They're looking to take wickets. It's not necessarily about defending and putting the balls in the right areas and hopefully dot ball pressure will pick up wickets. They're trying to create those chances.
Just caught that one on the toe. Good intent though. Really looking forward to get forward. Just got tight on it, didn't it? Just gloved it. Don't know about the dive from Elisa Healy, but a little bit of footwork would have been good there, but didn't quite get away with it, Sanjamani. No doubt I'll cop that a little bit later on.
You will.
Terrific start from Taylor Vlamic. Wicket, just the 2 runs from it, 2 for 28.
कृपया ध्यान दें, यात्रियों को सूचित किया जाता है कि प्लेटफॉर्म नंबर 4 पर खड़े रस्तों की कल चैंपियंस लीग मैच देखने के बजाय जल्दी सो गए।
सोना मना है. When the world's best football action is on, the UEFA Champions League. Tuesday, 1st October, 10:25 p.m. onwards. Live and exclusive on Sony 10-2. Subscribe now. Sona mana hai.
The UEFA Champions League is brought to you by Heineken and Nissan. UEFA Champions League sponsors.
Drawing it out on that grassy bank. Lovely catch, Lisa Healy. Beautifully taken.
That was a weird one. It's I felt like it was going away from me, and then all of a sudden it jagged back at me. So happy to hold on.
I might have given you a little bit of grief about your roll and your dive on that one, Elisa.
Oh, hang on a minute. Is this pricey again?
Shock me.
Well, that's nicely put away. Just on Taylor Volemic, Elisa, hitting the gloves hard.
Yeah, it's so exciting. She was bowling really quick over in the West Indies as well, and some wickets that were quite slow, so it's going to be great to see her here and let rip on our home wickets, and it's just nice to see a young fast bowler charging in and just bowling it, trying to bowl fast, and it's really exciting. Not great for my hands, but it is exciting.
Yeah. A lot to look forward to there with that young lady.
It also allows you, as a bowling unit, to have someone that can bang the ball in it exactly like what she just did.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's how we utilised her in the Ashes as well. Even in the Test match, it was sort of more of an impact bowler, sort of like I always talk about the role that Pat Cummins sort of plays in the men's side, that come in and try and force a wicket. So she did that really well for us, especially in the second innings. And yeah, she's got a really bright future. It's just really exciting to stand behind the stumps to it.
Are there many more coming through, Elisa, just before we let you go? Have you seen what the junior stocks are like around in Australian cricket?
Yeah, I think it's really exciting, both with bat and ball. I think we saw the Cricket Australia 11 that played against these guys on Friday. There's a few up-and-coming fast bowlers in there. Stella Campbell springs to mind, and we've got some really exciting batters as well, all from New South Wales, so it's great.
The Vicks will do something about that at some stage, I'm sure. Great to have Elisa Healy part of it. Again, always great with her time and access down there. It's going to be interesting the next year or two, isn't it? We've watched the evolution of the WBBL here every summer, and the bat has clearly got on top of the ball in the last couple of years, I reckon. And it'll just be interesting to see the ball fight back.
And it will, and we've seen that over the time of cricket, the evolution of cricket. And you get a sense that it's not just the pace bowlers as well. It's as long as you're able to do something with the ball, whether it be cutters, slower balls, if the spinners can show different types of deliveries instead of just bowling it going the one way, that you're actually able to turn it the other way. So we haven't yet seen maybe a spinner be able to do that. I think that's the next thing, the evolution of women's cricket. We've certainly seen that in the men's game. But the fact that we've got some really good fast bowlers around the globe, with Leah Tahuhu, Shabnam Ismail, they're ones that can clock it up that 125. So we'll see that happen over time, which is good to see. 2 for 34.
ये रोते हुए नहीं, खेलते हुए दुनिया में आते हैं। आज एक किक, कल दो। जीत से सीखते हैं और हार से भी। बच्चे बेहतर बनने के लिए ही बने हैं। आइए देश के हर बच्चे को रोज खेलने देते हैं, ताकि इंडिया कल और बेहतर बन सके।
Anxious onlookers in the Sri Lankan dugout as the skipper doing her very best to stand in the way of this Australian attack. Taylor Volemic back into the attack, and that got on Karuna Ratner. Quick, almost drew another run out.
Good delivery, 121 clicks, banged in. And you can see she was uncomfortable. She propped on the front foot and realised, oh, hang on, this ball's coming at me.
Yep.
Was able to kind of get some wood on it, hit high on the bat, scampered through, nearly a run out as well.
Sri Lanka 2 for 34 off their power play. Australia were none for 64. She's getting some really nice shape. I like the fact that she's getting some shape as well as a little bit out of the wicket as well. I assume she's got really good seam position, which obviously means wrist position. You can see that just moving away. It's brilliant.
And his fastest delivery so far, 125 kilometres an hour.
Nice pace off the pitch, isn't it?
It's cranking it up. It's great to see.
They've got a good balance in this team, the Australian team at the moment. You know, they've got a fast bowler that's, 125, and you've got quite a few spinners. You've got leg spinners, spinners that are going away from the bat, spinners that are coming into the bat. You've got medium pacers. You've got just a bit of a mix of everything at the moment. So it's a really good balanced Australian team, and not surprising they're number one in the world.
Gee, that's good bowling. That looked quicker than the gun suggesting it was.
Nadapatu just kind of correcting herself, saying, just keep hitting straight. I don't need to whack it to the leg side. I need to be able to still hit through the line of the ball.
Nice shot for Nord.
Oh. Testing out the Australian fielders. There's certainly an opportunity, a chance for them if they can pick up and hit the stumps. They might be in with a chance of picking up more run-outs.
Well, that's beautifully struck. There has not been a ball hit any harder than that today. What a great shot. Glorious shot from Nadapatu. Stand and deliver stuff, so she fights back against the Australian quick. Almost gets the nick the very next ball. 7 overs gone, 2 for 40.
क्या है असली हीरो की पहचान? उनकी ताकत, जिसे जीतना आसान नहीं, या उनके खतरनाक मूव्स, जिससे बचना नामुमकिन है। देखिए UFC 243, जहां एक चैंपियन भिड़ेगा दूसरे चैंपियन के साथ। UFC, real fight, real sacrifice and real glory.
Whittaker versus Adesanya, Sunday, 6th October, 7:30 a.m. Live on Sony 10-2 and Sony 10-3 with Hindi commentary.
Same, so she really could have learned exactly the way she did it, particularly through the, like, Beth Mooney's wagon wheel was anywhere between mid-off and point. It was just that quadrant was just about coloured in. It was just so many balls getting hit through there, nice and straight.
As you just joined us, that's the run chase that's being put together by the Sri Lankans. 2 for 40. The skipper defiantly at the top of the order, chasing the Australian target of 4 for 217, spearheaded by Beth Mooney. Got a magnificent 113 of 61 deliveries. To commence, talented all-rounder comes into the attack for the first time for the Australians.
She's the type of bowler that we talk about Australia having all types within their lineup. The fact that she can stand the seam up and she's coming in the 8th over, she'll be still able to get some movement away from the right-handers. And she has the ability to bowl the off-cutters, the Yorkers. Oh! One thing she always does is she always targets the stumps.
Incredibly valuable member of this team, and it's a team all before it at the moment, and it was an outstanding performance with the bat.
Certainly was, and the opening partnership of 71 runs off about 7 overs. They were going at a great clip. Only a little hiccup in the middle there with Meg Lanning, and she will be bitterly disappointed that she missed out. But it was a great innings by Beth Mooney, and obviously Ash Gardner at the end to finish it off.
So really working on this field. Assuming from that she's going to bowl off stump, outside off or off stump, I would assume, to the left-hander.
This is the highlight performance of the afternoon. She played a whole lot of better shots than that, but that was the one that brought up the 100 for Beth Mooney.
The second T20 100.
Nicely hit, lands safely.
The big difference that I've noticed between the Sri Lankan fielding and the Australian fielding is that first touch, that one touch sort of thing. Australia looked very clean in the field. Sri Lanka really bobbled a lot, hit the deck. Whether Australia were just testing them a little bit and challenging them more by hitting those gaps and really stretching them, making them have to dive on the boundary. Sri Lanka not quite there yet.
Chimed in the field, chimed in the field a bit earlier too, Beth Mooney, with a direct hit run out. She's truly in the game. The Australians enjoying their cricket.
This is a good core group that have played a lot of cricket with each other.
Yeah, the stability is remarkable. It's a phenomenal thing they're building here. 8 overs gone, 2 for 44.
Chicken mama, yeah, yeah, yeah. My, yeah, 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 yeah. My, yeah, yeah.
The first ever NBA India Games, October 4th and 5th, 6:30 p.m. live on Sony 10-1 and Sony 10-3.
To the 44.
Welcome back to North Hobart. Good afternoon.
North Hobart?
It does say North Hobart.
Yeah, that's the second time.
I've done that twice now, have I?
Yeah.
I'm in footy. I'm still in footy mode. I've got to remember it's cricket season now. North Sydney, of course, as Ash Gardner comes into the attack with her off spin. And Padu takes full toll of that shorter ball.
Well, she's quick to pick up length. Adapadu gets in a great position, knows where the field is, and this is a poor delivery, and a fielder shouldn't be in this position for this type of ball. So got what it deserved, that's for sure.
Go back down to Rachel Haynes. Rachel, you've seen Chamira Adapadu before. It's probably a bridge too far today, but you're fully aware of what she can produce.
Yeah, she's had us in the past, that's for sure. In the World Cup a couple of years ago in England, she scored a pretty good 100 against us, so she's definitely a very dangerous batter for them.
Rachel, how did you guys prepare? I'll ask you after this ball, sorry. How did you prepare against the Sri Lankans? You haven't really played a lot against them. Have you seen some footage, or how did you prepare against them?
Yeah, we did have a little bit of a look. They've played some cricket recently against England and India and those type of sides, so there is some footage on them, but there's a few girls that we certainly don't really know too much about.
Get it, Meg, get it!
Down, Meg, down! Oh. Good, Meg.
It's been nice to sit back and watch Beth Mooney put together that innings today, Rach.
Yeah, she loves this ground, doesn't she? She's got a pretty good record here, but yeah, it was really nice to see her get some runs. She's been hitting the ball really well, and it was nice she could cash in today.
Rach, there were talks early on in the build-up to this series that we might see some rotation in the batting order. We didn't see it today.
Yeah, not today. Our batting group's been doing a pretty good job, to be honest, so it's pretty tough to get a hit when you're in the middle order.
Down.
Oh.
hit that beautifully again. But we'll get back to you a bit later on. 9 overs gone, 2 for 54.
This is game-changing. Soak in the moment. Oh, my God. Breathing in on the top turnbuckle. We heard the big knock. This show, this brand, SmackDown, is the premier show in WWE.
This October, your favorite WWE SmackDown moves to Saturdays, only on Sony 10.1 and Sony 10.3.
She would definitely have been there. Elisa Healy's father's there. Jodie.
Intersection of style and cricket, that's got Julia Price written all over it. If you want to get the best seats in the house, and available Ticket Tech. Worst ways to spend an afternoon than perched up there. Jonathan continues.
One thing that this Sri Lankan side certainly need to work on is their strike rate. The fact that a lot of their players, their career strike rate isn't over 100. Especially in T20 cricket. Chamari Adapadu is a prime example that you would think is over that 100 mark, but isn't. So as a group, they need to find different ways of scoring runs, and that's going to be different for everyone. They've got to find ways of getting off strike, getting up the other end, but also find out where their 4-ball is and hope to kind of add to that. If they're able to do that, then Sri Lanka certainly is a team that could challenge a lot of sides. I mean, they've beaten South Africa in the past in T20 cricket. And we know that South Africa has built up slowly to become one of the main sides in world cricket.
We're also talking about this before. You know, we had Elise Perry, who's played so many games and was criticised early, you know, for her strike rates, and she's really worked on that. The fact that Sri Lanka aren't playing those volume of games, is that what's holding them back?
Well, that's one way to get the run rate up and about. That is a magnificent shot.
Perfectly timed, sweetly timed, and also went with the wind. So the wind is coming across the ground, and she's realised that, she's assessed that, so she's been able to pick up the ball, and the wind has actually helped that over the boundary rope easily. So Jess Jonathan's going to have to change her tactics slightly, because Adapadu is going to use that ability to go with the turn and the wind.
Force the error. Well run.
So Jess Jonathan bowled, just pulled back a little bit on her length and a pace through the air there, which is exactly what you need to do on a pitch like this that's not turning. So particularly with Adapadu wanting to come down the wicket as well.
And see, that's probably the difference between spin bowlers in Australian conditions and spin bowlers in the subcontinent. End of the 10th, 2 for 62.
Partnership just better than a run at ball. 35 from the 34. The skipper leading the way. 39 from 35. Found the boundary 6 times now, Chamira Adapadu. Time of the afternoon into the early evening here in Sydney, not Hobart. I don't think anybody thought this was going to be a realistic chase for the Sri Lankans, but they're holding it together. Run rate just over 6 and over, halfway through the chase. Cummins changes hands. And Adapadu continues to swing. Anytime she gets something in that leg area, she's happy to take it on. That's another lovely shot.
Yeah, once she's got the feel of the conditions, she's a wonderful striker of the ball. And we've already shown our viewers what she did in that World Cup 2 years ago, but these players certainly know what she can do as well. And That's exactly what they need to do. Change the pace. Don't keep bowling the same deliveries to her.
So Adapadu has got to 40 10 times. Only the 50 once, so she's going to have to get...
Slower ball from Cummins.
So a lot of things have been happening in the off-season, but Lisa Cummins and her partner Laura Harris have gotten engaged, so congratulations to them both. A little late, DK, but she got there in the end.
I think that's all that matters. All that counts.
Oh, the ring helps.
Yeah, true.
You know.
No, it's great news for them both. And, they had the house already.
Yep. And you saw the picture, they were both out there in the final of the WBBL 05 and Nora hit the winning runs. Nice moment to celebrate. Something that those two will never forget. I think the engagement might beat that.
Pushed. Probably went to the wrong end there.
It's nearly one of those questions, you know, what's the happiest moment of your life? And if you go, yeah, it was the winning the WBBL.
Oops.
Like, not the engagement or
the wedding.
Or the wedding. Or...
But see, they're both part of all of that, so
yeah,
you could probably get away with it.
Yeah, true.
We'll have to ask her. Get it right, DK.
Oh, she's clubbed that. Beautiful piece of fielding from Shoot. She had to respond quickly in clean hands. That shot had 4 written all over it off the bat.
Yeah, beautiful shot, but that just shows you the difference between the two fielding sides as well. Megan Shoot, she is fast in the outfield, and she anticipated well. She got to her left really quickly and was able to only keep it to 1.
Takes some stopping as it races away down that hill. Really quick outfield. So a good over for the Sri Lankans. 11 off at 2 for 73.
Friends forgive.
We're really glad that
But he never forgets. Seth Rollins.
I'm going to survive and prevail.
The Fiend Bray Wyatt battle for the Universal title. Inside Hell in a Cell.
Invirex presents Brighto Paints Cup Pakistan vs Sri Lanka ODI Series 2019 second ODI live and exclusive on Sony 6.
It's a good partnership between these two. And being confronted by the leg spin of Georgia Ware, and what are the chances of her getting a bit of sideways movement on this pitch?
She's got more of a chance because she's a leg spinner, so she'll use her wrist a little bit more, impart a lot more revs, a lot more turn. And that might mean that we might see the ball turn a little bit.
Good numbers, aren't they, for a leg spinner? This form of the game. Thinking of two. It's on Karuna Ratner. She goes and makes it okay.
It's good that they're really starting to pick up their twos. Like on a ground that is this big, there's a lot of gaps. And there's plenty of twos if you're just hitting it, taking the weight off the ball a little bit and hitting to the left and right of the fielders on the boundary.
Start testing out the old fitness reserves of Reminder, they haven't played a competitive game for 6 months, the Sri Lankans. They should get another couple here. Has she got the petrol? No. She's burnt a few the last time round. This will be interesting to see what Adapadu does with Georgia Wareham.
Yeah, the only thing that's in favour for Georgia Wareham is that Adapadu will be hitting into the wind. So she's aware of that. So whether she tries to go in and out and go to the offside, it's more of a dangerous type of shot. But what Georgia Wareham does well is she's not a big turner of the ball, but what she does is target the stumps. She doesn't bowl with too much width. So Adapadu can even come over mid-off where Rachel Haynes is. She's up inside the inner circle.
Oh. Beaten there.
She's got a little edge on that. I thought it was a bye.
Yeah.
So a little edge into the grill. Lucky she's got the helmet on. Oh, well, that's a 50 then.
That is the 50, yes.
After all that.
We've sort of had a couple of shots bring up milestones today that have been a little anticlimactic, but half centuries and centuries being posted nonetheless, and well played, Chamira Adapadu. That's an outstanding innings.
You'd think it'd be a normal giveaway if you haven't raised the bat, but you might hit it.
I don't think she's like, nah, 49.
Well, there it is now. It's right to the road band, well and truly over and into that breeze. She took it on, and that is a super, super shot. Now she thinks she's got her 50. It's definitely her highest score, so she's suggesting to the world that she didn't nick the previous one, but she'll take it now.
Yeah, really good shot. She's gone straight. That's what she needs to do. Don't try and drag it to the leg side. Try and hit through the line. Such a clean strike. I've said it before. She is entertaining to watch. And she's not done yet.
Well, she pointed
58.
Well, she can't add up. She's only on 56.
There's a lot going on out there that doesn't make an awful lot of sense at the moment, but 13 overs gone, 2 for 96.
20 nations from across the globe will compete for one coveted title. Catch all the action straight from Japan. Rugby World Cup 2019, Australia versus Wales. Live and exclusive on Sony 10-2. Inverex presents Brighto Paints Cup, Pakistan vs Sri Lanka ODI Series 2019, second ODI. Live and exclusive on Sony 6.
And that was clearly a shot that produced a very, very sweet feeling for Chamira Adapadu. 57 from 96 into the 14th over. She kept her balance well there. Could have easily fallen out of her crease. Which was the luster of the shot she played. Got her foot back nicely.
Nice little movement off the seam. Nice and ball was pitched, then it moved away from the left-hander a little bit more.
Well, it's a clubbing blow again. This is a glorious innings Magnificent stroke making from Chamir Adipadu. 100 comes up for the Sri Lankans.
And you can see that she's now taking guard just on leg or just outside it so that she can really free her arms up outside the off stump there.
I think she's liking the conditions now, isn't she?
I think so, yeah. Bit of a slow, scrambled seam there from Delissa Kimmins. Interesting what she comes back with from here. I'd assume she'll take even more of the pace off the ball.
And the great thing is that she's targeted, that this is the end where she probably needs to go the hardest because she's hitting with the wind. So she's going to try and hit straight past the bowler and around to the leg side. So Elise Perry is out in that deep mid-wicket region. They're actually going to change the field. So long off has gone out, long on has come in. So the line is going to be outside off. She's coming around the wicket as well. She's got to get it right.
She doesn't want to get it too straight. She's going to pay sort of behind the wicket here. She's got a square leg in and a short fine.
She's hitting the ball hard. She's clearly not worried about those fielders down on the rope. She's backing herself to clear.
Why would you?
Yeah.
If you can hit the ball that well, wish I could have.
Needing a few more white picks, you would have been okay, I reckon.
No, doesn't help.
No chance.
I had lots of wheat picks.
Just to kind of show you the amount of power that she's able to put onto the ball. So it was in at 85, oops, a daisy, out at 132 kilometres an hour.
And with a kitchen sink.
That's powerful hitting. She's a lovely little lag at the top of her. It's like a golf, like those drivers who smash the ball off and have a little lag at the top of their backswing. And it has been caught. So the partnership comes to an end. The skipper does the work required. Varuna Ratner has done a job. 16 from 21, supported Adipadu really well.
You can see she's trying to go over that offside because all the fielders were inside the inner circle. Just didn't quite get enough of it. Meg Lanning runs around to her left, puts in a nice little dive. That was a footwork pricey. In the end, Ratner goes for 16. It's 3 for 103.
ये रोते हुए नहीं, खेलते हुए दुनिया में आते हैं। आज एक किक, कल दो। जीत से सीखते हैं और हार से भी। बच्चे बेहतर बनने के लिए ही बने हैं। आइए देश के हर बच्चे को रोज खेलने देते हैं ताकि इंडिया कल और बेहतर बन सके।
No, actually, De Silva comes to the crease with a job to do. Just tick it over, get the skipper on strike, take two up too many balls. She's got Chamir Adipadu flying at the other end. And to see her get more of the strike, and she's on by virtue of the cross, previous delivery. That is extraordinary.
Wow.
That is extraordinary. Onto the roof.
Wait, that's in my apartment. That's where I'm staying.
Well, we have seen some massive hitting on this ground in recent years in the WBBL, but I'm not sure we've seen too many bigger than that.
Yeah, and I think the tactics here are slightly wrong because by coming around the wicket, she's actually bowling into the arc. She's better off to stay over and bowl across her. So she's got to try and drag it to the leg side. And she's going to make a change to Lisa Cummins because she's just realised that she cannot bowl there again.
Oh, we haven't seen a ball hit that well today, Pricey. That's as good as it gets.
There you go. That's exactly what she needed to do. 3 for 109.
So a couple of sixes in the over. Adipadu has got 4 of them, 6 boundaries, striking 137 and a bit now. So she has really exploded through the second half of this innings. And here is the collection of her long balls. They are serious cricket shots. She's clearly got a liking for anything over mid-on. That is just a glorious shot. What about the sound of that ball off the bat?
It's a great sound unless you're the bowler.
Back to North Sydney Oval, where Taylor Volemic back into the attack and pushes one down leg side for a Sundry to start the 15th over. As you just joined us, it's a bit out of the reach, obviously, of Sri Lanka, but gee, they're making a very, very good fist of this, and largely off the bat of their skipper, Shamira Adapatu, has been breathtaking with some of her stroke play.
And she wants to strike as well. She's quite happy to take those risky singles. We've seen that throughout her innings.
Quite like the ball coming on too. I think she won't mind the extra pace being generated from Taylor Volemic. I think she'd quite relish it.
It'll be interesting to see if Volemic goes for something short. Yeah, she's got the fielders out deep for the pull shot. Deep square leg. Everyone on the offside except for third is back.
Look around the wicket here, Lise.
It's going to be short.
Well, no problems. Absolutely no problems. You can bowl it there if you like, and I'll do that to you all day.
Yeah, that is fantastic batting from Chamari Adapatu. I mean, as you said, Shane, she's got the field set for the short pitch bowling, so she knew it was coming, and she still flat batted it. Couldn't get it up high enough. Bouncing the deck, maybe not quite good enough to be able to bowl to a field like that. But what a shot. And what an innings so far as well.
Well, that one she got high enough. Yep.
Elisa, they're not going to chase you down, but gee, it's an impressive piece of batting from Adapatu.
Yeah, we've seen this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's world class. Obviously, plays around the domestic tournaments around the world, and yeah, has done this quite a few times. So we just got to make sure we get our plans B and C right and keep her under wraps a bit.
What is the plan to her when she's in this sort of form?
I'm not 100% certain. I can't hear the other end, but look, I think we just got to keep her away from the short boundaries. I think she's still hitting the long boundaries anyway, but keep her away from the short boundaries. And I know DK just tried to go a bit wide to her then and still got hit. So I think we're probably just not quite executing, but she's playing some really nice shots as well.
Good on you, mate. She carves that one backward at point. So there's no place you can put it at the moment where she can't find the boundary.
And this is what I was saying about that 100 or the 170 odd that she scored by doing a little bit of fancy footwork before the bowler released it. So that's how comfortable she is at the moment.
She'll stick one into this. Absolutely thrashed that. And another six. It is spectacular stuff. 15th over completed, 3 for 127.
क्या है असली हीरो की पहचान? उनकी ताकत, जिसे जीतना आसान नहीं, या उनके खतरनाक मूव्स, जिससे बचना नामुमकिन है। देखिए UFC 243, जहां एक चैंपियन भिड़ेगा दूसरे चैंपियन के साथ। UFC, real fight, real sacrifice, and real glory.
Whittaker versus Adesanya, Sunday, 6th October, 7:30 a.m. Live on Sony 10-2 and Sony 10-3 with Hindi commentary.
Well, last ball, last over. Short delivery. Beth Mooney thought a chance. No, just evades her. And so the great thing about the fact that Chamari Adapatu can do this, Sri Lanka just need to find someone at the top of the order that can capitalise on the first six. Because if she can play like this at the back end, she can get herself in within the first 6 overs. They just need someone to find the boundaries. They can't leave it solely up to her throughout the innings.
Yeah, and she did an interview actually earlier, and she was saying that she has gone hard too early in the past, so you can see how sensible and how much she knows of her game now and when to launch.
Well fielded.
So this is the highest score. Well, one for Adipatu, obviously, on an 87, but also for any Sri Lankan in T20. So before that, it was Madashani at 63 and Sanjawani, who was the keeper, at 61. So she's well and truly blown that out of the water today.
Well, that's absolutely crashed. And she's into the 90s. This has been a breathtaking response from the captain.
And it also shows to other teams and to her teammates that you can actually hit this Australian attack.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you come up with a simple plan, which she has got, that you're actually able to put some pressure on this bowling unit. And this is something that this team has prided themselves since the 2017 World Cup, where they not only came across Chamari Adipatu, but they came across Harmanpreet Kaur in the semi-final, who scored 171. So they missed out on getting into the final because of one player. And again, we're kind of seeing a bit of... We're seeing a little bit of the Australian bowlers not knowing what to do when someone goes really hard at them.
They do get that shell-shocked a little, don't they? Absolutely.
Which is fair enough.
Yeah, correct.
I mean, she's timing it beautifully.
Pretty easy from up here.
Yeah. Get it, get it.
Tell you what, though, I think Kingsport will probably get a few phone calls, though. wanting some bats made.